Hello, Tony Berra, the Venice. The district attorney of LA has dropped all charges against Gary Featherstone that the sheriffs put on him with the phony fake arrest for alleged drugs charges. All the videos will be in the description, even the raid on 3rd and Rose, but they won't give him his money back. And allegedly most of the charges on people in Venice were dropped when the sheriff came down doing illegal stop and frisk throughout the streets of Venice. I don't hate cops, but I only hate the ones that do bad things. And Gary Featherstone is really upset, stressed over this phony arrest. And again, look in the description for all the videos if you're curious about what happened to this great man, Gary Featherstone, in the streets of Venice. Homeless encampment. And I was working this whole assignment, and I was catching the sheriff, stopping people in the street, searching them for no reason, handcuffing them, putting them in a police car, and wind up letting them go. In New York City, they're not allowed to do stop and frisk. Why are they doing here in California? So sit back if you want to watch this video. And again, all the videos will be in the description on the sheriff and even LAPD chief. More, he comments on the sheriff trying to take credit for all his hard work. Like I always say in the videos, here's the video. Gary Featherstone, good news I hear. What's going on with you? The sheriff made a false arrest on you.
3 days ago I learned that the Los Angeles County District Attorney found that the case that the sheriff allegedly filed against me was insufficient evidence. He really didn't have no evidence at all. You know, I since learned that all of it was a real stunt, because the majority of the people that was arrested by the Los Angeles County Sheriff Department when they were down here, all their cases were rejected for insufficient evidence.
Wow.
Violation of probable cause and everything else. The problem I'm having now is getting my money back that they took from me. I have called Detective Magdaleno several times and asked about my money, and he keeps telling me I need a court order to get my money, and that's not true. The court has no jurisdiction in my case because I didn't go to court. The district attorney declined to prosecute, so the court plays no part. He came up with this you need a court order rule or law, whatever he gets it from, which is illegal.
And you're talking to the DA now, right?
Yes. The district attorney's office is trying to find out why he will not give me my money back unless I get a court order. The only thing the DA is doing is explaining to him that the court has no jurisdiction in my case to issue a court order.
Yeah. That
they know nothing about. The problem that I'm having with the Los Angeles County Sheriff Department is when I was first arrested, they took my money. They refused to count my money. They refused to have a supervisor count my money in front of me and give me a receipt. So I don't know exactly how much money I have.
Okay.
And neither do they, because they didn't count it.
Wow.
All they did is put it in a bag and told me they were going to seal it. The other problem I have is anytime you're arrested for possession, for sales of any kind of narcotics, your money is confiscated as evidence. You know, the same day they arrested me, when they released me, they gave me almost $900 of my money back.
Okay.
You know, I don't understand what the difference between the $900 and the other several $1,000s. I mean, how do they differentiate the $900 from the rest of the money as dope money? If this is what I was supposed to have been doing, why would you give me this money back?
Because you weren't that on the track, right?
Excuse me?
You weren't that money on.
No, I took some of that money out of the bank, and I won some of that money at the Hollywood Casino.
Okay.
And I have receipts, and I've already showed them receipts.
So they refuse to even help you now?
Who?
The sheriffs.
Well, he's trying to find a reason not to give me my money back.
Okay.
He told me I need a court order. And I think he knows that the court doesn't have no jurisdiction to give me a court order. What do I need a court order for to get my own money back?
Yeah.
There's no case anymore.
So what's wrong with these guys?
I have no idea. I since learned, I take that back. I filed a complaint two complaints against the Sheriff Department. One for the illegal search and detention on July 12th
That will be in the description of this video. The when they had a warrant,
No,
so-called warrant.
that's not. I'm talking about the first time they stopped me at the Lincoln Hardware.
Okay.
The second time on July 22nd, when they stopped me and had a warrant to search my cousin's house and a warrant to search his tent. The problem is that I believe both warrants are deficient. Neither one had a name on it. Neither one of them described what they were looking for. It was just like a fixing expedition. This whole case smelled from the very beginning. KTLA took it, ran with the stories, alleging that there was an undercover homeless advocate selling drugs to the homeless, which was a lie. There are no drugs. Where's the drugs at? Where's the sales at? You know, they found methamphetamine and PCP. Where'd you find it? You didn't find it in my tent. You didn't find it in my cousin's house. So where'd you find it?
They went to your cousin's house and broke her door down, right?
Yeah. And didn't even have her name on the warrant.
Wow. That's not legal, right?
No, it's not illegal. My cousin asked him why he did it. He said because Gary was in your yard. What does that mean? Gary was in your yard. In order to get a warrant for my cousin's house, to go inside of her house, they have to have information that the crime was being committed in her house or was going to be committed. When it involves me, I'm the only one that's been in my cousin's house. I don't take nobody in my cousin's house. So where they got this fabricated information, I have no idea. They didn't find nothing in her house. They didn't find nothing in his tent. So evidently the information was incorrect. Nor did they specify in the papers that they gave me and my cousin what they were looking for.
But they destroyed her door.
Not only did they destroy her door, the frame of her house, the ceiling is cracked. You know, a whole lot of damage.
So is there a lawsuit in the future?
Yes.
Yeah, because you can't let them get away with this.
No, you can't let it get. See, here's the thing. While I was talking to the deputy district attorney about getting my money back, I got a call from the inspector general's office about my complaints. The inspector general office told me this: we can't help you with your complaint because the sheriff won't let us. Now that's mind-boggling. What do you mean the sheriff won't help you? Well, the sheriff is stopping us from investigating complaints. And I guess the only way the sheriff can stop him is start letting him have access to certain paperwork.
Yeah.
She says she has reported this to the city council, the county supervisors, who has reported this to the federal people. The sheriff is running rogue, man. He's elected official, so he doesn't want to abide by the rules. So what I'm thinking, and I'm on the same line as the county supervisor, I think that the next sheriff should be appointed by the people or the supervisors.
Yeah.
That way they have something to say about what the sheriff does. Right now they don't have nothing to say. The sheriff's just doing what he wants to do. He's disrespecting the inspector general, not cooperating, doesn't answer subpoenas. His department is running rogue. You know, this guy does not need to be sheriff at all. He's a very controversial person. I mean, he does anything for publicity. I'm even told he goes after his enemies.
Wow.
You know, he's won't enforce a mandatory mask wearing. And the thing is that people don't understand, man, regardless of whether he has jurisdiction or not. This is Los Angeles City, the city of Venice. It's patrolled by Los Angeles Police Department. If Chief Moore asked the sheriff to come down here and help him, I'd understand that. Chief didn't ask this man for no help. The man just came into Venice and disrespected the chief, trying to get publicity for his next campaign. And I'm here to tell you, this guy is not fit to be sheriff because he's cutting too many corners and he's doing too many things wrong. Anytime that your deputy can tell somebody, I'm not going to give your money back unless you go do this, this, and this, and it's not legal, that means he can get away with it.
Yeah.
And the sheriff is letting him get away with it. We've notified the sheriff's office. He said nothing. He says nothing at all. You know, what am I supposed to do with my money, my livelihood?
Yeah.
I can't go buy a catering truck because this guy wants to hold my money. It's mine. I approved it's mine. Why do I need a court order?
Well, they got to give it back to you.
Oh, he's going to give it back. There's no doubt in my mind about giving it back. But why do I need a court order to get my money back?
You're right.
You know, I didn't need no court order to lose it. He took my money on the pretext that I was selling drugs. That's been disproven. Give me my money back.
Yes. Because he came in his dirt and roads with a lot of cops that day.
and with the news media,
Yeah.
KTLA.
Wow.
You know, he told these people that if this person was selling all this dope and had all, he lied. They all lied. KTLA lied. That's why they refuse to come interview me.
Oh, they want to interview
No,
you?
I've called them several times. They don't want to interview me. They don't want to hear the truth.
Mm.
You know, for all those people that believe that there was this undercover homeless advocate selling drugs, bullshit. All of it's bullshit. They never had a case from the beginning. They never found no drugs on me or around my property.
Well, that's why it was dropped.
Yes, and they know it. You know, they involved my cousin because they thought that I had drugs in her house. How they got that information, I have no idea. My cousin is a 40-year been a worker for the county for 40 years, never been arrested. And why would she have drugs in her house?
Yes.
You know, they didn't even have a decency enough to apologize after they destroyed her house.
Mm.
You know, and I'll tell you something else. They know she never had no drugs in the house. You know how they know? Because they sent the dog in there, and the dog didn't have one hit of nothing in her house, or not around her property, period. If there was drugs that were there, or had been there, the dog would have let them know.
Yeah.
The dog was in and out in 5 minutes, man.
Mm.
You know, all I'm saying is, from here on out, my job every day is to try to get rid of this sheriff, because he's crooked. There's no doubt in my mind. You know, when you let your deputies just go down there and run rogue, all the people that they arrested down here, their case has been rejected.
It's unbelievable.
Rejected. I knew that. I knew this because it was done illegal. Snatching people out of their tents, snatching people out of their cars without probable cause. This is what we're the sheriff department. You know, and what does that mean? That means that you can't just run rogue.
No.
You know, and the whole part about the sheriff is not being held accountable. The county supervisor can't do nothing to him.
Who can?
Huh?
Who can?
Federal government.
Yeah.
Department of Justice. You
Will it help, you think?
I don't know. I guess the county supervisors, even Maxine Waters called for an investigation because he's got gangs in his department.
Yeah.
You know, running rapid. You know, this guy is just off the hook. He's all over the place. He's all in Los Angeles City trying to do this and trying to do that to drum up support for his campaign because he know he never should have been sheriff from the beginning. You know, and I want to let him know every day until the election I am going to be campaigning against this sheriff for letting his deputies do what they're not supposed to do. He's not holding nobody accountable.
Okay. Okay, check the description for all the videos of Gary Featherstone. The warrant, the whole works will be in the description. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.